think you can handle it?
Make some noise!
Gossiping heifers!
Home security!
Yeah, boy!
It's the Gossiping Heifers, Michelle.
And Rochelle.
Oh, you try to sound so elegant, don't you, when you say
You
your
wouldn't
own
know
name?
nothing about that, would you?
I said you try, okay?
Oh, ooh, Lord. You know, let's just get to the show, because I'm not fooling with you today.
All right, we have a fabulous show for everybody. Tune in later on. Special guest, who is a actress, model, comedian, and director. We're talking about Angela Robinson Witherspoon.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, we call her Mrs. Bang 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 because she
That's
is
right.
married to comedian and actor John Witherspoon.
Yes.
So we have a great interview. We talked to her about all kind of industry history.
Yes, we did. It was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
She was very polite, very sweet young lady.
Yes.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
And have you guys gotten your tickets yet? If you are in the Houston area, you have to come to the Houston Rising Stars Award Ceremony where we're going to be getting our award. And that's on February 24th at the Houston Community Center. For more information or to purchase your tickets, visit MissCatTV.com. That's MSCATTV.com.
Meow, meow.
It's that time. We cannot get the show started until we talk to Reverend Wright. Reverend Wright, what's good?
We want to welcome those joining us for the first time today, all the saints, sinners, bitches, and hoes. You got to sin to be saved. Though your sin be in scarlet, he don't mind, come as you are. Is it right?
Always right.
It's always right. Our church announcements are as follows. When I say black cat, why does everyone turn around and look at Sister Joy? Just because she's a former madam, we all know her pussy's been in the game a long time. Which is why we must support the other black cat, Black Panther, in theater soon.
Yes.
Get your tickets while supplies last.
Black Power.
The Singles Women's Department will be holding our annual Sadie Hawkins Day auction. Ladies, get the man and the papers you want. The men's elections will be the Kevin Gate I'm Free Man model, the Obama wannabe man model, and the Dave Chappelle I'm a rich bitch model. Amen.
Take the rich bitch.
His papers will include he ain't living with his mama paper.
Oh, Lord.
He ain't crazy as hell papers. And he ain't on the down low paper.
Double A man.
Okay.
All bids must be paid by the end of the auction. No refund if his dough don't rise. Amen. Is it right?
Always right.
Always right. From the Side Chicks Ministry, as we approach Valentine's Day, our Side Chicks Ministry wants us to know that although a man will spend Valentine's Day with his main chick, they have reserved February 15th as the National Side Chick Day. Candy for the goodies is required. Amen.
Amen.
Also, the seniors department will be selling Valentine's Day depends. When your love can't wait. Amen.
When your love come down.
when it runs, girl, it depends.
Oh, God.
Is it right?
It's always right.
It's always right. And finally, the pastoral anniversary is coming up. I got 36 months in office. Amen.
Amen.
And we know that I was called at an early age. The church mother called me a mother sucker. She said, hit it, mother sucker, hit it. Hit it, mother sucker, hit it.
Drop it low.
Remember, he died for sinners to be saved. Ladies, I'm the chief sinner. Don't let my goodness be evil spoken of. I ain't no angel. I'm hitting it, motherfucker, hitting it. Just want to shut those gossiping heifers down. Is it right?
Always right.
It's always right. May the Lord watch.
Your Reverend? And I say your Reverend, I'm going to give them to you. I'm giving them to you.
I'm giving them back. I told you I used that hot tub last week and got a rash.
Oh, girl.
I bleached the tub down. I don't know what happened.
I warned you. I don't care how much sanitizing you give that hot tub.
It ain't enough.
It's not enough.
Too sinful.
Well, let's talk about some sinful stuff. Headline news.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
What's going on? Tell me.
Already. Now, we already covered the story about H&M. They're catching all kind of hell for having that black male model in the hoodie that said coolest monkey in the jungle.
Yeah, and then they found a good chocolate with them. They wanted to drive they point home.
Make sure you understand.
He wasn't going to be light-skinned like Cory Booker now.
Well, what happened? A group of South African protesters
Yes.
decided to trash a local H&M store to show how upset they were. I can guarantee you that was not playing in the background.
Let me tell you something. It was playing when I watched it. It was playing in the background in my head. I said, that boy got some Jackie Chan in him. Because he was drop kicking mannequins.
Yes.
He was drop kicking clothing racks. I was like, get it, baby, get it.
Yeah, it was almost like a kung fu movie up in there.
It really was. But I mean, I'm not saying it's right. But
No, it's not.
I understand.
Well, they've officially hired a diversity branding manager. So
they should have did it before the monkey thing came out.
Girl, a long time. Every corporation needs to have a person in marketing that deals with diversity.
Yes.
They really do.
But that's where, you need to have somebody black, somebody Spanish, a good, mixture.
Good ethnic background
Yes.
mixture, and everybody can touch on all the key points that are important to each culture.
Yeah, that would make sense. But like I said, they're a little late.
Yeah, they really are.
Because I don't know if they're going to come back from this.
Now, you know who's not going to come back?
What?
Donald Trump,
Oh, where's it going? Is it going away?
I wish.
Oh,
I wish.
Don't get me excited like
But
this.
it's funny because this story that was buried back in 2011 from this adult actress, Stephanie Clifford. She confirmed that she did have an affair with Donald Trump, and she had a payoff of $130,000 right before he started running for president.
So she got paid and still talking.
Right. It was supposed to be a disclosure
You
agreement.
can never trust a hoe.
No, you can't. But they were going into, a few details about the actual interaction. And
I heard it was mediocre.
It was, she said his sex was mediocre. And he also was comparing her to his daughter Ivanka.
What? Well, hold up.
Yes.
See, that I think he lusting after his daughter.
Because
through the whole time he was running, I was thinking, is he molesting his child or something?
Is there a DL relationship?
Yeah, because, who talks about their daughter being sexy? Who compares their daughter
to a porn star?
To a porn star they about to get it on with. And tell them that you're just as beautiful and smart. And Ivanka's not that smart, so I take it Stephanie ain't that smart either.
Oh, Lord. Well, let me tell you, I love it when the GOP makes their rounds like Mike Pence. She recently went to Maryland and attended a black church service on MLK Day. Wow. And the pastor pretty much was calling the Trump administration out for the shithole countries comments they made. Check out what he had to say.
It is alleged that a hurtful, dehumanizing, visceral, guttural, ugly adjective that I care not to repeat in church was allegedly used to characterize some of the nations of Africa. And a statement was made that we ought to welcome people from Norway more than we welcome people from Haiti. I stand today as your pastor to vehemently denounce and reject such characterizations. And of our brothers and sisters in Haiti, whoever said it is wrong, and they ought to be held accountable. To my friends, members from Haiti, from Africa, you are owed an apology, but you probably won't get one. But even if you don't get one, I as your pastor and your metropolitan family will stand shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart, and breast to breast with you as we acknowledge your worth, your dignity, your humanness.
Yeah, I agree with him wholeheartedly. It's just disrespectful because
every time
immigrants built this country.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everybody from them shithole countries you brought over here. Well, kidnapped. You didn't bring them. You kidnapped them over here.
No, it was not volunteer.
So I'm really confused. If there's such shithole, why did you need them?
Right.
But every time Pence goes somewhere, because he went to a football game,
he sure did.
Yeah, and and it was the same reaction. Players that wasn't kneeling said, "Oh, we kneeling today."
And same thing with the cast of the Hamilton play.
Yes,
they all stood up and actually did like a little verbal protest before he left the actual performance.
Yeah, listen to what we got to say.
Okay, so
oh my God, I can't stay in Pence.
So let's talk about the physical Donald Trump recently had.
I don't want to talk about the physical because it was a lie.
It was lie.
Don't nobody eat that many Happy Meals and pizza and don't work out at the age of 71.
Right,
healthy.
Exactly, but according to his doctor, he
paid that doctor off.
Okay, clean bill of health. So I'm gonna have to roll with Trevor Noah from The Daily Show.
Yeah, because they said he passed the mental test too.
That's
some bull right there.
That's a lie.
Exactly. It's gonna be huge.
But there's one test they did miss. So check out what Trevor Noah thinks it is.
Trump has just had his first physical examination by the official White House Navy doctor.
The president's overall health is excellent. His cardiac performance during his physical exam was very good. A lot of things across the board. He's very healthy. His bilateral uncorrected vision is 20/30. I mean, he can drive if he wants to without glasses. And I had absolutely no concerns about his cognitive ability. The president is mentally very sharp, very intact. There's no indication whatsoever that he has any cognitive issues. Dental exam, he has healthy teeth and gums. There were no other dental findings. The president has no partial or indentures of any kind.
No heart problems, no dementia, no dentures. But did you test for racism? So, it turns out, according to the official White House doctor, Trump is completely sane, which makes me more worried. Because that means he's doing all of this shit on purpose?
Yeah, racism test was...
Let me tell you something. Him and all his followers need to take that test.
Oh my God, girl. It's ridiculous.
Because that's a mental illness. Racism, like I will keep saying this, it is a mental illness.
Racism is a mental illness.
And a lot of these fools pass this mental illness down to their children. And that's why we can't get rid of this shit.
No, it's just like a plague.
It is.
Can't get rid of it. So, hey, kudos.
Looks like Trump. Shit, I want to get rid of his
Kudos
ass.
to Trevor Noah. And also, he's always back on Twitter. Trump, that is. And there's two things that happen. Number one, he's always spewing lies. Like the lie he recently said that his approval rating with African Americans have doubled.
I don't know where he got that shit from.
Well,
maybe because it was the laughter with him firing Omarosa. Because black folks can't stand Omarosa, but that don't mean we approve of you.
Right.
We were just laughing at her.
We just glad she gone.
Yeah,
and wish you would follow.
Exactly. She'll stop taking words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was about to say. When do you go? Kicking and screaming.
That was something he posted on Twitter saying that these poll results came from Fox News, so that's really invalid. And then there's going to be a boycott on his first State of the Union address by black Democrats. Now, at least 4 of them have already said, hey, I'm not in, and that's going to be Maxine Waters,
of course,
John Lewis,
yes,
Frederica Wilson, and Cedric Richmond.
There's more black Democrats, and they need to come out. And where's his address at? 'Cause I'm going. I'm going to have my big picket sign with the cross out of the Cheeto. You know how they had the no smoking sign?
Right.
I'm going to have the Cheeto in the middle.
Also in politics, every time I turn around, there's always way the GOP likes to skirt around what Trump is saying and doing. So now we've got his Homeland Security Secretary, and she said that Tuesday she doesn't recall or didn't know that Norway was predominantly white.
Girl, please. If you don't know that, you don't need to have that job.
But that's what a lot of people said. If you don't know the majority of Norway is Caucasian.
Let me tell you something. I'm so sick of this administration because they think everybody's stupid.
Exactly.
So, you just can't say whatever and think everybody's going to go for. Your supporters are dumbasses.
Yeah, they won't do no research and check the
But everybody know Norway are white people.
Yeah. And that's what the president quoted saying, what we need to have.
Ain't that where Vikings come from? Ain't Vikings white? And since he wants more people from Norway, we got Viking blood.
Exactly.
And we brown. But we here.
But hey, it's all up in the mix. So
exactly.
I just wish his administration would be a lot more careful on their fact checking. Because if your president says that he wants more people to integrate from Norway, so in other words,
and not shithole countries.
Right. So you want more white people versus black people. Brown people too.
Well, they should have said the same thing about his mama when she brought her ass over here illegally. She illegally was a legal immigrant. His wife is an immigrant.
Yeah,
he's an immigrant. His damn
Well, let's go to a quick break. We're gonna go out on the ultimate side chick theme by SZA, The Weeknd. Don't go anywhere. It's the Gossip and Heifer Show.
What up, it's G2D in the place to be. Got kicked out of Trump University. It's your man, Tory, and you're listening to the funniest show in H-Town. Them gossiping ass heifers. That's right, I said it. Them gossiping heifers. Always talking about this and that, chewing the fat, talking about this, whatever. Just listen to them. They got something to say, and they funny, y'all. Tune in. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna have a BF. Oh my God, she's gonna have a bitch fit. Oh no, don't have a BF. You are in big trouble.
We are back, Gossip and Heifers, and it's therapy time for us heifers, the bitch fit.
Yeah, but lately, like I said, I've been laying low. I'm gonna continue this. I haven't had any personal
But we said in
problems.
2018 we wouldn't
We
do
weren't
it.
gonna deal, but you know what is bothering me?
What?
Is that we work really hard on the show, and you
do.
get people that are ratchet as hell on some of these reality shows, and they hear the name Gossip and Heifers and want to get snooty and uppity. Now,
Yeah.
no, I'm serious because you reached out to someone. I'm not gonna name drop, but ratchet as hell.
Right.
I mean, she's run across tables, snatched people up, bone first time on television when she
Right.
met somebody, and want to act funny when she hear the name.
Right. Well, you know what? The thing when it comes to us trying to book guests on there, on the show, is that you have to go through the gatekeeper, the publicist.
Yeah.
Now, the publicist is the main gatekeeper, and that could be your worst nightmare or a dream come true.
But the publicists also need to realize when they got a ratchet ass client.
Well, they do that too, but see, it's their job to scope out all platforms, which I understand. But the thing about it, I hate is lack of follow up.
Yeah.
When you know, let's just say I sent off a request to talk to somebody on the show.
Yeah.
And they express an interest, and then when you try to follow with them to set things up,
Can't find them.
you can't find it.
Where
And
you
I'm
go?
like, okay, just say, well, look, they're not available for interviews at this time. Some type of correspondence.
Okay, because I know you thought maybe in the name of the show or
Oh, I
something.
could care less.
I don't know because we ain't changing it.
No, because we've
Heifer's
had
a-
that debate before.
Yes, and heifer is a term of endearment. Get your life. Well, I like the heifer.
Exactly.
I
So
like
we're
it.
going to keep it the way it is.
Exactly.
And like I said, when we reach out, that's why, I think it's important for me to build rapport with certain publicists that don't have a problem with trying to work
Yeah.
with you. But when you have those that you reach out to, they follow up with you, but then, you don't hear nothing back from them.
I
When
know,
it's
I
come to
know.
setting things up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm only going to put so much time in trying to get somebody
I don't
on.
blame you because you on to the next one because
I'll
we've had
on to
some
the
big
next one.
names on this show. So do your research a little bit better.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
It will be a day that they be wondering, oh, when can I book my... No, we're trying to book you back in the day.
Yeah, bye. I'm like that. I am like that. If we tried to talk to you once before, and that's even my personal life.
Right.
Don't try to be my friend now. Goodbye.
You keep it moving because that first impression is a very long lasting impression.
Well, I know I'm getting tired of this ice. I enjoy the cold weather. I'm gonna thank Canada for sending it down.
Yes,
here.
thank you, Canada, for sending that cool weather out to the H-Town.
Because H-Town normally don't get it. Nothing.
But it's frost on rooftops, girl.
But that's okay. But what's bothering me is the damn drivers.
Oh, God, yeah.
People driving like snails on flat road where there's no ice.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, that's for the overpasses, okay? Y'all calm down. Go to the store, all the bread and all the damn milk is gone. What is it about bread and milk with white people?
Oh, my God.
Because, most black folks can't drink that.
No, we're a little lactose intolerant.
Exactly. And I know them houses stinking.
Girl, I don't even want to think about it. You cooped up in the house with cabin fever, and then you got milk
in
and
the mix.
bread, and we good.
I'll make some sandwiches and some chocolate milk.
Sandwiches?
You do it.
All right, girl. So what else is up?
Girl, word on the street.
Oh, what's going down?
Your boy Seal. Seal.
Yeah.
Your boy Seal. He's a singing. Let's first start off. He's a singing ass mofo.
Oh, yeah.
Seal, don't act like you don't know who Seal is.
Girl,
Shoot.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Also, recently, he put Oprah Winfrey on blast.
Yeah.
Talking about how she knew all
about the Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting tongue-tied over here. But I'm like, okay, she worked with the man. Ain't like she lived with him. Ain't like she sent the girls over there for him to sexually harass. Okay, so now this is what happens when you put people on blast. Your shit come back to bite you in the ass. He's got a neighbor that was living next door to him in California in 2016.
Right.
Tracy is the girl's name.
Right.
She loaned him a salad bowl. She goes to retrieve the salad bowl, and as she's in the kitchen, she's got this lizard-looking man. He looked like a lizard. A lizard-looking man charging at her, pins her down, and tries to kiss her. Ugh. Yeah, I know. Now, we've always heard about Seal being quite aggressive in the past. I've seen him go off on TMZ once before.
Yeah,
for taking videos of him and his daughter and family.
Yes, he's very aggressive.
Yes, I mean, I want him to get anger management. He's a very talented man and calm down.
Well, by the way it sounds, not only assault, but sexual allegations, could be coming out of this as well.
And more reason why he had no business talking about Oprah.
Right. I'm like, dude, you up here going up on everybody else, your neighbor's skirt. Why you trying to put Oprah on blast?
And then why you going to hit your neighbor up?
Right.
But on the cuter things.
Yes.
And better looking things. Kim Kardashian and Kanye had their third baby.
Yes.
It's a little girl.
The surrogate has delivered.
Yes, she's delivered. It was last Monday. The baby is 7 pounds and 6 ounces.
Well, she's a healthy child.
She's a healthy bundle of joy. Now, they have some cute kids.
Right.
So I can't wait to see the pictures.
I want to see the pictures, but I'm not looking forward to whatever name they're going to.
Well,
give
their
child.
I know they do have.
They
named the first one after goddamn airport.
They have them Woodstock harem like names. Northwest Saint, and I'm like, okay.
Well, Beyonce and Jay-Z do the same thing.
That's true.
Because you got Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
And I said, thank God the child was dark skin and named Blue. Woo, child. That would have went terribly
Way
wrong.
left.
And I know they named the twins after a poet that they like.
I can't not remember the twins' names, but yeah, all these very unique names there's something else. So,
well, speaking of Jay-Z, Jay-Z is running and gunning to go get his copyright on J-Bo.
Oh yeah, the character from the story of OJ.
Yes, from the story of OJ. Bad video, love the video.
Right.
Evidently, and I have to admit, because I did just buy a t-shirt off of eBay for my dad for Christmas.
Sure did.
With the J-Bo. So he's getting this signature because people are using the doggone logo.
They on t-shirts, they on draws.
They on draws.
Yeah, everything. J-Bo,
I don't
that
think
character's everywhere.
I don't think that's going to be hot to pull your pants down. You got a big J-Bo.
Depends.
On the booty. Oh, yes.
But I hear Ice-T's wife is back in hot water.
That's what I was just about to say. She's always in hot water, Michelle.
Yeah, I mean, what is it?
I don't know what it is. Maybe because she thinks she's married to a black man, she can say do whatever the hell she want.
Right.
Because last time it was about her cornrows and she was renaming them. For which I wish white folks would stop doing that.
Stop trying to claim culture.
Yeah, because now they call it French braids. Bitch, they cornrows, okay? But anyway, she's claiming that she brought big booties.
Wait a minute, first of all, big booties have been around since the beginning of time. And if you look at a before and after picture,
Michelle, I saw that picture.
Everything, you cannot tell me she went from that pancake booty she had at one time.
Baby, if you turn a sheet of paper sideways, that was her.
That was her back in the day. And all of a sudden, she got these 2 watermelons hanging off her waistline. Come on now. So,
her breasts.
Right. I think people need to stop trying to take credit for trends. And it's not even a trend. A majority of black women have been well endowed for many decades.
Look, white folks know that when y'all asses went to Africa to get them slaves, you came back and started putting iron.
The wire corset.
The little wire corset to make your booty pop out.
Booty pop.
I won't look like that bush bitch. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed.
Girl, speaking of booty, K. Michelle's booty getting reducted, tell me.
I'm glad.
Reduced, deflated,
because
however.
she did too much.
Now, I don't mind people going and getting a little enhancement, but don't go overboard, especially if you have a petite frame.
She's a petite young lady. The only person I've ever seen that went and got boob and butt job done and didn't look ridiculous was Sky from Black Ink.
That's true.
New York.
Exactly.
She actually went in and made sense with her body, and she looks nice.
Yeah, it's well proportioned. It's not over the top.
She got like the Beyonce.
Right.
Yeah, it's the Beyonce.
It's
look
a natural thickness.
Yes, but
I hear Amber Rose going under getting a breast reduction as well,
and she need to get her ass done too. Cause that time she was twerking over that baby, I was scared for that
Lord,
child.
I thought the ambulance was gonna be right.
Somebody called CPS. She is abusing this baby. You can't do that. You cannot do that to your child.
Oh my God.
But I'm kind of glad to see these women are trying to get back to the norm.
Right.
There's already a lot of pressure, especially on black women.
Right.
Especially in this country.
To have a certain look.
And you adding all this crap that, it's not realistic.
Love B. Scott made a comment I thought was real interesting.
What she said?
Because the current tour that was going on with the Escape tour, they said all these builder bodies, all their bodies are looking alike. They got the same ass. They got the same titties, same waistline. Y'all all going to the same doctor. You requesting all the same look.
Yeah, everybody want to look alike.
And it's like, almost like a damn hoochie Barbie production factory.
A hoochie Barbie production.
I'm just telling you, it's just too much going on. But speaking of ratchet girl, now Kevin Spacey already has been
don't
tainted.
Talk to me about him. Don't talk to me about him.
I got to talk about him because besides those allegations of him sexually harassing people on the set and underage boys, he's also a racist.
How you gay and racist?
Well, have you ever thought about going back to Africa?
Yeah, with your pink hoodie on. But this is the thing that kills me, because a lot of gay communities want to try to claim civil rights.
Right.
You can't claim civil rights movement and be racist.
Gay rights are two different things, okay? But the story is that on the set of House of Cards, there was a black security company hired, and that Kevin Spacey was not fond of them. He would barely speak to them. But one day they were having a viewing of the trailer of House of Cards. He said, I don't want them N-words watching my trailer.
Jiggers?
Jiggers.
Yeah,
pretty
just use Jigger, baby. Everybody know what Jigger knows.
So that's what he said. And the guy over security said he reported to the set management. And they said, okay, well, that's just the way he is.
So it's okay.
So pretty much I'm going to go bypass. But after that incident took place, that he didn't get a renewed contract with the production company. And he thinks that Kevin Spacey might be responsible for that because
I hope he's going to sue.
He is filing a lawsuit.
Good for you. And I guarantee if I had been that security after they said that, I've been on break all day. Anybody and everybody, their mama could have came up in there.
Okay, don't make no difference.
But it's really disgusting. Not only do they protect him with sexually harassing people,
right,
they also protect him with racism.
Yeah, they do. And
I hope he rots in hell. Because I hope this is the end of his career.
Well, I haven't heard no major comeback. Nobody's willing to work with him. All the latest movies that have been done with him in them have been cut, or they've been reproduced.
And it's funny how now y'all want to take action after the shit hit the fan.
Well, it did take action right away. It's just more and more stuff is coming to the surface now that he's no longer in the limelight.
Let me tell you something. When people were complaining about his sexual it should have been, then. It took something big for somebody to really come out. But when they were filing complaints to the companies, right, or whoever was on set, just like this security guard, it should have been dealt with then.
But then, you're right. You are absolutely
So that's why I said y'all allowed him to get away with this. Which I don't,
whatever.
Yeah.
Birdman is in the news. The rapper has been ordered to evacuate his $12 million Miami mansion after defaulting on a loan.
You know what? I bet you if he pawned that mouth of his, he could pay some bills. And Tony, he dating Tony Braxton.
This is true.
And she don't foul twice, so she drained that Negro's pocket.
She could be sucking after y'all.
Sucking all that. And I was gonna say, Lil Wayne don't look like you getting paid no time soon.
Well, according to court documents obtained by the Blast, the Cash Money founder was ordered to immediately surrender possession of all keys, security system access to a 7-bed, 11-bath, 20,000 square foot compound. I don't know
how much. I don't know if he has children, right? So I don't know if he needs that much room. Mm-hmm. But people got to stop wasting money.
Stop flossing. Just get the necessities, the basic necessities. Be good. Stack your paper.
Exactly,
and we good.
Invest your money. But that was a waste of money. I don't think Birdman has kids. I've never heard. I know Lil Wayne could use that house because he got a tribe.
He got a whole tribe. He got a tribe, a couple of villages, and then some. Going to a quick break. We're gonna go out with Travis Scott, Goosebumps. It's the Gospel Heifer Show.
Hey, you're listening to my mom, my aunt, for Gossipin' Heifers.
Yeah, I just can't stand a lot of silly shit.
To be a moron. Yeah, to be moronic.
Exactly, to be a moron.
An imbecile. Yeah, like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
That's just dumb.
Time for dumbest. That segment where headlines are just dumb. All the way dumb.
Well, and over here we got plenty. Yeah, this Trump area is just dumb.
Yeah, that's the theme of the decade with him in office. But let's start with Dennis Rodman. Now, Dennis Rodman is no stranger to controversy. He's always been in and out of trouble. Now, recently arrested for a DUI that he had over the weekend. And, of course, he was on probation at the time he got busted.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah.
He was on probation. I really haven't heard too much from Dennis Rodman except for when he was hanging out with his homie Kim in North Korea. But which I hope,
smooth that over.
Smooth that over for the brothers and sisters out here. Because we ain't got nothing to do with this bullshit Trump talking, okay? I don't have nothing against
nothing against that. But now, like I said, he was on probation for driving the wrong direction. Okay. Now
he had his red dress on when he was doing it.
I have no idea. And I hope he didn't. Okay. But now he's already checked himself into a rehab. We're going to see how that program. I hope it works because he's tried rehab before.
Yeah, he seems like he has a lot of more deeper issues. He really does. He was on some show one time. I forget the name of it.
Was it Drew? Dr. Drew.
Was it Dr. Drew?
When he had all those celebrity clients, and I think he was one of them.
Because he's very aggressive, angry.
He gave that man a hard time.
That's why he quit.
Ended dropping out of the program. So I'm hoping he actually goes through with this and get himself situated. So we'll see. Okay, and also it's MLK weekend that we just celebrated, and it amazes me on how many people do not know the history of Martin Luther King Jr.
Now you know what? This is really confusing because he passed in 1968.
68, right?
This is not that long ago,
right?
And there's nothing. You can't tell me you don't know nothing when you have all this technology and research that you can do.
It's a choice on what you choose to absorb. So, in light of this stupidity, Jimmy Kimmel went on the streets and interviewed white people who had no idea that Martin Luther King was alive or dead. Check it out.
Shut up.
This is President Trump's first MLK Day in office, and we wanted to do something special to commemorate that. So we went out in the streets this afternoon, and we asked people, whose side are you on in the Donald Trump, Dr. King Twitter war? Of course, Dr. Martin Luther King has been gone for 50 years, but did that stop people from weighing in on this impossible feud? No, it did not. In tonight's Dr. King edition of Light Witness News.
Talking to people today about the big Twitter war that's going on between Donald Trump and Dr. Martin Luther King. Why do those two not get along?
Well, it seems like Donald Trump isn't really into African Americans, we'll say. And obviously...
Was it wrong of Martin Luther King to call President Trump a fish-eyed, fool-jive turkey?
No, not if it's true.
What are people saying about it?
That it's true. Yeah.
Clearly, there's some history between those two from their time spent together on Celebrity Apprentice. I'm sure you remember when Bret Michaels beat Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at selling frozen yogurt. How much of their current fight do you think stems from that?
There's probably a little bit. I mean, there's always a history.
Do you remember that episode?
I do remember that episode, yeah.
I mean, Bret Michaels could sell frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you wonder why we are where we are today.
Yeah, but you know, this is something you learn in school. Because this is the only, when you think of black history and the school system,
right?
They only bring up Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King.
Right.
You don't hear about nobody else.
You don't hear about
Medgar Evers. You don't hear about Malcolm X. You don't hear about nobody else.
No, Nat Turner,
So-
nobody.
No, they don't. They used to. Girl, Nat Turner scared them. Nat Turner must have been Haitian.
And when does haterade go to a whole new level? Well, this one guy who does not want Oprah Winfrey to run for president, if she decides to run for president in 2020, he has got this trademark, no Oprah, in order to cash in on the anti-O movement, saying
he wasted his money.
And you're going to get sued. You're using her name.
Exactly.
So
I hope she does sue him.
So if she did, I mean, she already said.
She's already made clear she does not plan to run. Oprah don't want nothing to do with it.
Too much nonsense.
I'm happy with my doggone talk show. But the thing is, with white people calling her racist, though, was hilarious.
Yeah, because
to me.
I follow this group, and they are very,
You
very.
troll this group. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I do. I troll this conservative group, and they put a meme in the group, a picture of Oprah talking about, can you imagine this racist so and so being in office? And I'm like,
how is she racist?
I said, what?
But Trump
idiot,
not racist to him, though.
Right? I said, what idiot posted this when your leader in your cracker in chief, okay, is obviously the one who's a racist, okay?
But you know, white people really need, and this is for white people in America, and then white people across the world that don't understand what racism really is. Black people have no control of where you live, your economics, or your school system.
So we don't have the power.
We don't have the power to be racist. Now, talking shit, calling you a crack-ass cracker,
right,
or things like that, or just name calling.
That's name calling.
That is not racist. That's just called being an ass when you get pissed with white folks. So there's no racism in that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there is some serious things going on in California where there were a group of children, 12, 13 total, that were locked inside their home in chains, starving. They were allowed to eat like once in a while, a shower once or twice a year.
Oh, damn.
Yes. And what happened, how this got found out, a 17-year-old girl managed to escape.
God bless her.
Okay. And she got authorities and told her about her other siblings that were still being held captive. Jesus. When they got there, because they said the 17-year-old looked like a 10-year-old because she was that malnourished.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I hope they put them under the jail cell.
So I you know, like I said, I don't understand what the situation is because it's still under investigation. But they have
what is their investigation for?
Right.
Don't waste my damn tax dollars on bullshit. They don't sat there and starved and kidnapped their children. No, not kidnapped, but they don't starve and lock their children up.
But by their
it's
parents.
Simple.
It's sad. You know, further investigation revealed that several children had been shackled to their beds with chains, padlocks, and a dark, foul-smelling surroundings.
I'm sure it was.
Ooh.
These folks, these kids ain't allowed to bathe and probably not allowed them to use the bathroom, but on themselves.
Yeah.
I see a Lifetime movie coming out of this, but like I said, this is where the justice system need to be more like China. Just go build a family for the damn bullet, but
Yeah.
shit, I don't know if their parents still, their grandparents still alive, but hey,
But
get rid of
a
them.
majority of them are considered adults. You know what I mean? Because they got 70. I think they had one that was over the age of 20. That was part of that. Exactly. So I don't know what the hell was going on with that.
I saw the parents. They look crazy.
Now,
but like I said, everybody don't need to have children.
No. All parents do not like homework. I know it gives me a headache when after you put in your full 8 hours doing your job and you got all this paperwork to deal with your child. Well, let's talk about an insensitive homework assignment. This was given to elementary school students, 4th graders, that were given an assignment to list 3 good reasons for slavery and 3 bad reasons for slavery.
How about 6 bad reasons for slavery? There was nothing good about slavery except for white folks. I mean, y'all are the only ones that can say
that was benefited.
Yeah, that benefited. We didn't have to work and we didn't have to pay, and we became rich off of the labors of blacks.
Well,
what?
A black parent, of course, got wind of this and went to Facebook, posted it, and I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. But that I don't know what was going through, because doesn't curriculums have to get a pre-approved or something?
Yeah.
And I don't know if this got slipped in under the wire.
I won't be surprised, because the one thing this administration is doing is taking a lot of things and power away from teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you pretty much got teachers that's doing whatever the hell they want.
Especially with these, like, you've seen these stories on these awards they give kids.
Michelle,
and they got
yes.
these ridiculous racist awards. The most likely to become a terrorist, most likely to get along with white people. I've seen stories giving kids these kind
there
of
was
awards.
a black child that got an award, a Beast Award or some kind of crap. Yeah. Y'all doing too much.
So
that's why I still vote for segregation. And it's not because I'm racist.
No.
It's because we can protect our own black babies without this
better
BS.
identity focus.
Exactly.
All right. And there is this thing going on now when you want to troll that you make up a fake social media account.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened in this case of this fraternity, not fraternity, but a girl from a sorority that thought it'd be cute to get on a social media platform repeating the N-word back to back and talking nonsense.
I saw that stupid crap.
Pledging how much her sorority meant to her. So much they dropped her behind.
I don't blame her.
Okay.
That sorority said no. The girl's from New Jersey. So I guess she thought she'd go to Alabama and be extra racist.
Exactly.
I don't know what was going on in her mind. But I'm glad the sorority stood up, got rid of this hoochie.
Yeah, it was a University of Alabama, and she's a member of Alpha Phi sorority. It's a serious trouble after that video got wind. Because she was talking about, you mentioned the sorority in your video.
And you holler jigga, jigga, jigga.
Okay.
Who's the jigga now, bitch?
And 2 minors are facing charges after an Ohio honey farm was vandalized last month. It was a honey farm, and they killed 500,000 bees.
What?
Yeah, 500,000 bees were killed. Police department said that the incident happened back in December. All the beehives on the honey farm were destroyed, and approximately 500,000 bees perished in frigid temperatures. So that's damage worth about $60,000.
So what the kids do, unwrap them or something? I'm sure whoever owned the beehive.
Hey, they're the victims, well, not the victims, but the suspects are 12 and 13 years old.
Oh, Lord.
Each of them are facing charge of first-degree criminal mischief, animal facilities being violated, both are felonies, third-degree count of burglary, possession of burglar tools.
I know these are white kids.
You know they are.
Because it's the kind of...
But you know black kids going on no bee farm.
Yeah, you know, black people, we don't fuck with animals and bees. We don't do that. Like, they don't look human. Let's go this way. I wish them bees would have stung the hell out their little asses.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, okay, what was the point of you doing that? I don't have no idea.
And bees are we're already having a problem with bees being extinct.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
With the climate change.
Right. So,
yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of money that these kids' parents are going to have to pour out.
Ooh. Hey, anyway.
Beat their little asses.
Let's get to it, girl.
Rich jigger, po jigger, house jigger, field jigger. Still jigger.
Jigger of the week.
Yes, girl.
Jigger.
Who is up?
Girl, your boy Bow Wow. Oh, God. Your boy Bow Wow with that little fake picture they had out with him screaming somebody was hitting him from the back.
You know what?
I'm not gonna never let that picture go because it was hilarious. But Bow Wow's doing a bit much.
He is.
He's really in his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, you never bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
We all know the situation. Everybody else didn't need to know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I figure.
Because that's our family business.
You're right.
It's still like you little Bow Wow, like little bro Bow Wow. Because you're spoiled.
Evidently, they had a tour, some money or things got backed up.
Right.
So instead of talking to Jermaine Dupri, he goes on internet.
Yeah.
Starts bitching and whining about how they not paying him and yada, yada, yada. Not needless to say, DeBrat was very upset with him.
Right.
And confronted him.
In the studio.
Was
just like, dog, what are you doing? This is family. We have a, relationship.
Yes.
And if there's a misunderstanding, it will get taken care of.
And not only did he bitch about the money, but he's trying to put music out without Jermaine Dupri.
See, and he been with Jermaine since he was like 5 years old.
Let me tell you something. He would not be Bow Wow if it wasn't Jermaine.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So you doing a bit much, and like I said, you not balling, you're not kicking. You ain't had a hit out since 1990.
Yeah.
Maybe 1980 something.
You need to really get back.
Get yourself
together, get back in the studio and focus. Like what that's what the Brat and Jermaine Dupri have been telling him all this time. Stop playing around, partying, and getting all these hoochies.
Because you see, the Brat don't came out hot.
Oh yeah.
And I
she
love.
Ain't never been one to wait.
No, she's not. But I've always liked the Brat. That's my girl. I always liked the Brat. But maybe Bow Wow could find better things to do instead of lying about being on First Class.
I'm gonna get his ass some coloring books, okay?
That's what he need.
All right, we're gonna go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's the Gospel Heifer Show.
Check this out.
This is a.
You're listening to an exclusive
interview with Gossip and Heifers.
Special guests. I love having special guests on the show, especially when they're empowering and they've got such a long-lasting history in entertainment. We're talking today with Angela Witherspoon. How you doing, Angela?
I'm good. How are you? Hello, everybody.
Hey, we are so excited to have you on. You have got so much industry history behind your career. I mean, because we were looking over it. You started out modeling, but then you switched it up to act.
Well, actually, the first job I ever got was an acting job in a TV commercial with Todd Bridges for RC Cola. And then from there, I went to modeling, and then I came back.
Gotcha. So you was
but
back
where do old models go? They go to television.
And when you say RC Cola, that definitely brought up some.
I was going to say, I haven't heard that in a minute.
Back in the day, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
My roommate was a young girl from Pennsylvania named Sharon Stone, and she had stood in line to meet Woody Allen for a movie, and so she was like, let's go to acting class. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So we went to acting class actually on the Paramount lot. She got going a little quicker than I did, but I was able to book a role in 48 Hours opposite Eddie Murphy in 1982, so I think that was my first speaking role.
Yeah, I was looking at that because you made appearances in films, and I was going to get to your being a roommate with Sharon Stone. I mean, what kind of friendship and rapport did you guys have with each other?
The hungry kind. I'm hungry, you're hungry, let's pool our money together and eat. Yeah, but it worked out. It all worked out. I actually met my husband on a film for Warner Brothers called Kidnapped.
Right.
And I was doing stand-up, and somebody said, John Witherspoon is here. And I was like, who's that?
Right.
He's a comic. He opens for Richard Pryor. So I said, can you help me with my act? He said, yeah, baby, I'm going to help you. Stand right there. Don't move. I'm going to help you with your stand-up. Stand right there. So we've been married 30 years.
Man, that has got to be an experience to be married to someone that you work with as well as a comedian. So just tell me, is the household always in the comical mode?
It's pretty funny around here. A lot of comedy comes out of tragedy. John is from a family of 11 kids. So he was just trying to find a way to be noticed. And then I'm from the East Coast. I'm from D.C. My dad was a lawyer, so they were very serious and navy blue and working in the federal government. So I was thrilled to meet somebody who made me laugh. I feel like I ran away to the circus.
That's always good. I know you have two sons together. Do they have the same type of humor, or they have a passion to get into the arts like both you and your husband have?
There's no doctors here. JD is a YouTube star, John David. Okay. And then the baby is a musician. He works under the name Trace Nova, and he has a single out called Afterthought.
Cool. Yeah, usually when you find parents that are in the entertainment industry, usually their kids don't fall too far from the tree.
Well, we kept them, focused on school until they were in their early 20s. Alex is 21 and John David is 29. I didn't want them to work as children, but they were on the set of the Wayans Brothers. They were on the set at Soul Plane. They were on the set with me or with John all the time. So they know that it's hard work, and their father has a fantastic work ethic, and I have a pretty good work ethic. So they know it's show business. Get up and handle your business.
Yeah. And speaking of business, you are currently working on a new film project.
Yes. It's about the artist Betty Saar. Okay. Betty is 91 years young, and her most famous piece is a piece called The Liberation of Aunt Jemima. where she took the broom out of Aunt Jemima's hand and put an AK-47 in it.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. She's a revolutionary. She's a quiet revolutionary. And she was raising her 3 daughters, and she was trying to figure out how to make art, of a scale that would say something. I think she created that in the 70s, right after Dr. King had been assassinated. I want to talk about my first documentary, Curtsy Mister. It was initially a play called Cary Grant's Younger Brother. It was about a black guy in New York whose brother was named Cary Grant. But the pivotal thing about this film is he's an early proponent of fluidity, which is a new word that you see on Empire and that's being bandied about. His aunt looked at him when he was 7 years old and said, "You're so cute, you should be a little girl." And she took the wig off of her head and put it on his head when he was 7 years old. And he was growing up in the projects in New York, so it was fun when they did it in the house, but then when he went out on the playground, he was embarrassed. So one thing led to another. He was molested. He had a little problem with heroin, but he recovers and becomes the first men's fashion editor of Essence magazine. So being dressed up as a little girl, as a young person, allowed him to work in the fashion business when he got older, and he worked with Diana Ross and Cher and Miles Davis and Susan Taylor and the Jackson 5. It's really fascinating story of survival.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting way to put a twist or a positive twist on something that most people would, label as tragic.
Yeah.
We do find a lot of parents kind of pushing their kids into a light. Now, even though his came out to be a good ending, do you think that parents alone should, stop pressuring their kids to do something their parents actually want them to do? Let them be themselves?
Well, in my case, I always tell my kids to follow their passion. So if you're passionate about it, it won't be like work. But being a creative person myself and having grown up with very strict parents, I want my kids to develop their own idea. I mean, it's so funny. My oldest boy, I wanted him to have his own voice. You've got to have your own voice. You've got to have your own opinion. But I didn't know the first person he was going to use his voice on was me. To tell me to go somewhere and sit down. He actually told me, "Go, Mommy, get your own life. Get your own life."
Yeah.
So I was like, "What?
That sounds familiar.
You are my life, boy."
I still tell my mama that.
Yeah. But once you're a parent, it's kind of hard to sit up there and, just instilling your kids, hey, follow your dreams, your passion. But then again, we do get the backlash when it's on us.
Well, it wasn't hard for me because that was one of the things that I wanted from my parents. So I was determined that with my kids, I would be more open-minded and more easygoing.
Mm-hmm. Is there any additional projects that you have that, you're still working on that we may be seeing later on in the year?
Well, if you go on my website, you're able to see 3 or 4 of my short films that I did. One is been picked up by the Susan G. Komen Foundation. It's about breast cancer. 2 friends, one of them finds out that she's got cancer, and the other one's very upset. It's a short. I went back to class about 5 years ago, and I studied with Richard Lawson. Are you familiar with Richard?
Yes, that's Beyonce's stepdaddy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. But he's a very motivational teacher. He teaches that dreams don't have expiration dates. So I went back to class, I guess when Alex went off to college, so when I was in my late 50s, I went back to class, and he teaches you're a good actress, you're interesting, you can book work, but if you become a content creator, you'll be more interesting. Mm-hmm. So one of the things you have to do, even when you're in the acting class, is start making little films. So in the first 16 weeks, you make 10 little short films about yourself and about people that you admire and people in your world, and he demystifies it. So now that we have all these female directors and writers like Shonda Rhimes and Ava DuVernay and Nima Barnett and the young Reese, Mudbound, the director of Mudbound, I want to jump up and work with some of those people.
Grassroots.
That's very inspirational. Ava DuVernay's first film cost $50,000 to make. Curtsy Mister cost about $40,000. My next film is going to be about $100,000. So It's about becoming content creators and telling our own stories.
Yeah, that's a very important aspect that we need in the industry. I want to ask your opinion. Has there been any cinema that you viewed or that you enjoy that you personally recommend for our audience?
Well, everybody should see Mudbound this year. That's an incredible film with Mary J. Blige. It takes you 10 minutes before you realize that's Mary, because she's so deep in character. And it's available on Netflix right now. The movie of the year, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. It's a weird year this year. The movie, The Post, about the Washington Post. When I was a kid, I worked at the Washington Post. So I was really pleased I got a chance to go to DGA and see that and meet Steven Spielberg. And that's about a really important time in history when we counted on our newspapers to tell us the truth, and especially now with President Trump saying everything is fake news. You're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts.
Right.
The facts are the facts. You know, so we need to go back to that.
Is there any place online that people, our audience, can look you up?
Yeah. AngelaRobinsonWitherspoon.me is my website. And I have to use my, I worked under Robinson for so many years, and now there's like 3 or 4 Angela Robinsons. There's one on Have and the Have-Nots, and there's a director who's Angela Robinson. Somebody's a producer on Scandal. Somebody called me and said, "Ooh, girl, you're getting a big check." I said, "I wish I was getting that check."
That's not me.
So it's just been a couple of years now I've been using Angela Robinson Witherspoon. Right. And then one more thing, John is fine. There was a rumor, I guess, Friday night.
You know
that he
what?
had
We were going to
Are
ask.
you reading my mind? Because I've told Michelle I just read that he's supposed to have had a stroke.
No, he ain't had no stroke.
Well, thank God for that.
He took his Mucinex and his blood pressure medicine and went up on stage, and he had a moment of kind of dizziness where, you know, he didn't know where he was or what he was supposed to say next, and he had to come off stage, which has never happened to him.
Well, I'm glad he's okay.
He was pretty upset, but he's fine. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Angela, and we wish you nothing but the best. We are looking forward to speaking with you again real soon.
The gossiping heifers!
We don't gossip, we just pass along news.
Put 'em up, put 'em up! The gossiping heifers!
Time for reality television, Gossiping Heifers, our recap of our weekly ratchetness.
Cat.
You know what? I hate saying recap because anything associated with cap,
word.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah, do that.
Because you have flashbacks every time I say it.
Oh, you're such a fool.
So if you guys don't watch any reality TV, this is where we update you on what we watched this week. And we're going to start off with Little Women of Atlanta.
Little.
And like I said, this is our favorite one out of all the Little Women series.
Yeah, I like Atlanta better.
And this week we're going to talk about Minnie and Juicy arguing at a birthday party that was thrown for Marlon. Now, you know, Marlon and Money are married, and she wanted to do something special for her man.
If I was Money, I'd be pissed.
And
you can't invite them heifers nowhere.
You cannot have ratchetness at someone's celebration.
But, you know, I'm going to have to say, Minnie started it.
Minnie always starting something.
Minnie, Juicy Patty, but Minnie started.
She always starting.
I mean, for one, this was not the time and place. It was not your party to make this grand announcement that you had been invited to come on a podcast. And she only did it to go under Juicy's skin. And Juicy allowed it.
So this is what happens. The birthday party's going down. Everybody's having a good time. Minnie got to add to one of the other girls along with Juicy. And she decides, well, this is the time and place for me to make this major announcement. Check out what she has to announce.
Excuse me, everyone. I know I'm little, but can I get everybody's attention? Everybody's in good spirit. We're celebrating Marlon's birthday. And I just wanted to share some good news. Those who know me know that recently I wanted to change careers into radio. Most people, they doubted me. Well, I hooked up with Chico and Carlos, and they own their own podcast called 85 South. Ooh. So, evidently they love you, girl, because you're looking at 85 South full time.
I cannot believe that Minnie is back on her little radio kick again. That's my territory. I I know she just doing this to get up under my skin, but that's okay. A heifer can never be a queen, no matter how hard she tries.
And I like the fact that she's trying to get her hustle on. But at the same time, stop trying to take the spotlight off of what this occasion is. And you only did it to try to irritate Juicy.
That's what I said.
Right. And that's exactly what you said. Now I don't know why Juicy getting bent out of shape. When people go out their way to agitate you.
And you give them what they want.
She got the exact response she wanted from her. So now you done made a fool out of yourself because you already, like I said, if I was Juicy.
Many did too because folks was looking at her crazy after Juicy left.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I would have put that bitch out too. I'm sorry, you got to go with your mess.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, let's just say we're on we have our platform. Our platform is like on the Steve Harvey level.
Ooh,
and then here comes somebody else and they're just starting out. But they're starting out on a smaller scale, which is nothing wrong with it. But that's what the platform is not as big and massive as the one you're on.
No, because she's on the Ricky Smiley show.
So why give your energy to that fool?
Exactly.
Like, have a please sit down.
Yeah, Juicy should have just said, that congratulations, ho. That's what I would have said. Congratulations, ho, and move on. Really? But Minnie gotta stop being so damn petty.
She is too damn.
I forget the little cute Spanish girl name, not the one who just had the baby.
I know
Sam.
Sam. It is Sam.
And I don't know why she's so pissed and twisted with Sam.
Because Sam had a private meeting because Minnie said she wanted to get some type of plastic surgery for weight loss.
She wanted to get a tummy tuck.
Okay. And she was like, okay, being a little person, when you go, it's a high risk when you do procedures like that. So she said, well, let me get your mom in on this and we could have a talk and maybe you make a rash decision from that conversation.
Yeah, and she just got twisted and bent. But hey, Sam said, bring it, bitch. I ain't the one.
I will whoop your ass.
Yeah. Sam. I like old Sam now.
Yeah, I like Sam too. All right, Housewives of Atlanta. It's starting to get a little interesting, but it's interesting only because it's so ratchet right now.
It's not interesting to me.
Well,
it's tiring. It's tiring, and I'm sick and tired of fucking Kim.
Kim is.
I don't even know why y'all brought her back.
Why is Kim Zolciak back? I mean, she's already got her spinoff of her show and her damn tribe of kids. So
which I don't watch.
I don't watch that shit either.
That's why she's back.
Okay,
she must have low ratings.
Well, I could tell why because of her ratchet behavior. Mm-hmm. So she didn't got this thing with Kenya. Then she got a thing with Nene. So all the ladies go to this psychic that's supposed to help cleanse their energy.
Girl, and she pissed the psychic off.
How do you piss the psychic off, girl?
But you notice how the psychic only hugs certain people,
right?
Mm-hmm. And she, you know what? The sad thing is she wouldn't even shake Kim's hand.
Oh no!
And it's that energy you could feel.
You could feel that damn massive energy.
I was just telling your boy, he was telling me, y'all need to go around shaking hands. No, I'm not finna touch everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Because I don't need your energy jumping off on
all
me.
your demons on me.
Yes,
no, I don't need that in my life.
I'm anointed.
So during this reading, she goes around the room and she reads everybody and tells them what their strengths are. And she says, "Hey, if you guys got any secrets, I'm gonna reveal them. It's not a personal attack. It's just something that needs to be said."
Yeah,
gets to Kim. And automatically, the energy was already, like you said, bad from the greeting. Yeah. And then they get into this reading, and Kim is just like,
bullshit.
Oh, this is bullshit.
This is fake.
I've been read before.
And why was she holding Portia's hand through the whole thing?
She was holding Portia's hand, flipping Portia's hair.
Yeah, I'm just like, what are you trying to come on her?
And that's why the psychic was like, you want to fix my hair too?
But I really want to know what's going to happen because I saw that Candy was going off. On internet.
This is what the thing is
because
Kim made accusations that Candy offered to eat the box.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna eat that old Tide Pig box. Don't nobody want you. And it seems like she's coattailing off of what happened with Portia
because she's got no relevance,
none whatsoever.
Okay, besides what you gonna do, pop up another baby, and you ain't got what's her name, Sweetie?
Yeah, her slave,
her little personal slave she used to have. Oh, they used to get on my nerve with that relationship.
She really did,
but this thing with her coming out saying that Candy offered to eat her box, I like you said, she's coattailing off of last season because she's got no dialogue to bring to the show, and Candy, oh my God, she got to realize.
Candy's that one.
Candy's that one.
Life.
Okay, she's about that legal action and whooping your ass.
Okay,
all the above.
Because you notice now, out of everybody that Nene would bully and fuck with, you notice Nene don't fuck with Candy.
They only had one verbal mishap, and that was early.
That was early, and Nene left her alone.
You ain't heard no drama since.
No more.
Okay, so let's get on to other ratchetness, and we're talking about VH1's Black Ink Crew, New York City, and you know what? Black Ink, I hate to say it, never has a disappointing episode. It's always some shit.
Well, you know, I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Kim. I'm ready for Donna to go.
Yeah, Donna is
ratchet as hell.
Oh God. Okay.
She can't tat.
This episode, they're trying to find a replacement manager since Melanie's left, and they gotta find somebody else to take the management position at this shop. So Sky starts interviewing. She finds somebody from experience, licensed tattoo artist,
and
licensed
a piercer.
piercer.
Yeah, she does piercings.
And she about her business. So she comes in on, they're having a costume night. It's Halloween
night. Halloween parties.
So the new manager in training comes in, and automatically her and Young Bae do not get along.
That's your attitude as a professional tattoo artist? You ain't got no wait time?
You gonna do it on your own time, right? Right, babe?
All right, I'm gonna find somebody else to get this money. That's cool, that's cool. Are you? Are you crazy? What the f is wrong with you, you stupid bitch?
I've been busting my ass all night, and this bitch just comes in here with her bull. Who the f is you? Get the f out of my face.
Let me say something. That whole crew has a problem with authority.
Right.
And C's and Sky really need to get with them. Now, the thing I thought was messed up is the way Sky brought her in.
Mm-hmm.
She was not introduced to anybody. She was just allowed to go in the back, tell everybody, let's get this tat going. You don't want to make no money.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
But you seriously, you have to see how you approach folks. You didn't have, even though
Do you remember how Bae approached people when she came in?
That's true too. Because Bae was right off the chain,
she was
talking
trash.
So, automatically that fight, they talked it out. Everything worked out.
We can't talk it after you put your hands on
me. This is me too. The sneak peek for next week's episode.
Donna finna pop off.
Donna finna pop off again. The new manager is critiquing all the artists'
Yeah, she
work.
asked. She wanted to see everybody's work, so someone tells her we'll go on Instagram, and she's complimenting everybody till she get to Donna. Now everybody know we saw that messed up tattoo that she made the girl's leg look like a burn victim. She looked like she had some kind of Ebola.
Type of fade or something. It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be a blackout.
Oh.
And she made the girl's ankle look like she had some kind of...
Like she was a burn victim.
Yeah, like a burn victim or it needs to be amputated.
Or something.
So, you can't take somebody telling you the truth about your work.
They're critiquing you. And she didn't nearly gave it the massacre
She was nice about it.
She was nice. She was like, are you happy with this? Or, don't you think you need to talk?
Are you critiquing me?
But she was like that since she's been the apprentice on that show.
Yeah.
Think about it. Duchess, when she was there, she tried to teach this heifer about, drawing. Then Melanie tried to teach her. And she takes everybody's criticism as a personal attack.
But, she acts like she runs that show.
Ugh.
That shop, excuse me. Because she doesn't want to listen to nobody. And I'm like, you know what they should have did? Like I said last week, they should have told Melanie, please come back, but you can fire Donna.
Okay.
I'm ready for Donna ratchet ass to go.
Yeah. It's just too much. And like I said, I don't know if she do it for airtime so she can have relevance there, but I would think all the damn drama she already brings with her personal life.
Yeah.
Is enough.
How can I find an apartment? Nobody wants to rent to you.
And that situation with her rooming with that girl at the shop, that's not going to work out.
She's trying to eat her box for real. I see, on the previews coming up, I see Walt's going off on the girl because Walt took her out.
Right.
Had a very good, and I thought that was a cute date.
That was a real nice date.
And Walt's not my type, but I like his personality. I think Walt would be one of the faithful type dudes.
Right. So if you show him loyalty, he's going to be loyal to you.
He's going to be loyal to you.
Because, you don't see men really going out their way unless they really digging on you. He took her to an erotic poetry night.
And got up on stage.
And wrote her something for her.
It was so sweet.
Went on a little bike ride. I'm telling you, I was just like, see simple stuff like that, putting forth an effort.
A little bike ride after.
It makes so much of a difference. Folks, men don't realize.
But you got to realize too, though, don't waste it on the wrong hoe. Okay? See, that's what Walt messed up.
Is it right?
He put it on the wrong hoe.
Well, it's early, but I think with predictions of next week's episode,
I saw him going off on her ass. That you ain't gonna make no fool out of me. So I don't know if Donna got the box.
Gonna go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna bring it in for a little Missy Elliott. It's the Gospel Heifer Show.
Straight out of Houston.
It's the Gossip and Heifers.
I really should.
Come on, girl. Ain't gonna hurt you.
You are so nasty.
Baby, you so fine too. Tell me what you trying to do. Maybe you could slide through it. We can Netflix and chill. Can't wait. Netflix and chill.
Welcome back to Gospel Heifers. Netflix and chill time.
Chill with some Netflix.
Don't sing. Just
Popcorn
talk.
and whiskey.
Popcorn and whiskey. That's an interesting combination you have. Okay, so this is our movie review segment, and we're going to be talking about a real good movie this week. What we saw on a streaming service, Marshall. Marshall is a true story of a man from the NAACP coming to help with legal representation of a black chauffeur that is accused of raping a white woman. Now, you know, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
The time frame, so you already know.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be tapping that pink meat. Dog meat and pink meat. No.
I just realized the black chauffeur was Sterling Brown, the guy who just won the award for
I kept saying he looked so familiar, and I couldn't place him.
They had him looking real down home.
Yeah, they had the little wavy hair slick to the side.
Right.
So I was just like,
it was killing me. I said, why do I know his face,
girl?
So now I know.
This is us.
So he he plays a chauffeur, and the victim is Kate Hudson, daughter of Goldie Hawn, and she's a great actress as well.
Yeah, I like her.
And the gentleman Chadwick Boseman is playing the marshal, and the movie is so intense because just the storyline itself: a black chauffeur accused of raping repeatedly a white woman and then trying to kill her.
Yeah, well, you're right. Let me tell you something. That heifer got lonely, like the women used to always do back in the day.
Slip them in the back door.
Yeah, you know the same thing they did with Mandinka.
Right.
You know, she want to sleep with him because she angry with her husband.
Yeah, go fetch so-and-so for me.
Yeah, and so they have sex. She gets paranoid that she might be pregnant. They hear the dogs barking or something, so she goes on this elaborate BS to try to cover her tracks.
Right.
And now you got this man in court fighting for his life.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I mean, it's a typical story. I mean, it's nothing new.
But the details, we're not going to give you guys
I know,
the
I hate
outcome.
that.
I don't want to, give in spoiler alerts. We're just going to tell you how many moves we giving this one.
We're giving this 5 moves.
5 moves.
Yes, and a twerk.
Across.
5 moves and a twerk. It was very wonderful movie. Yes.
So we're giving it 5 moves. So definitely check out Marshall. It's available right now on streaming services and should be available very soon on Blu-ray and DVD. Time for that letter.
Oh, girl, what they gonna ask me today?
Ask a Heifer, where we like to take a letter from our audience and make sure we give a little heifer advice on it. So, Of course, if you guys want us to analyze the letter for you, send an email to gospelheifers@gmail.com.
Okay, ask me.
All right, this one says, recently my daughter and her best friend were playing outside. My daughter's friend and I have become good friends. Her best friend's parents are an interracial couple. Her mother is white and her father is black.
No.
While the girls were playing together and I was inside, my daughter apparently cracked her rope at her friend and called her my jigger. Okay. So her mother flew into a fury.
I don't blame her.
She took my daughter's jump rope, loomed it over her head, and read her the riot act. She didn't scream or even touch my daughter, but called her a rotten child.
Yeah, I know that too.
Yeah, my daughter has been traumatized by what could have been a teaching moment. I know my daughter's best friend's mom now sees my family as a pack of racists.
I would too.
She says her daughter doesn't want to play with my daughter anymore, but I think that's a decision that her parents made.
I'm sure it is.
I'm furious about the way her mother reacted, even though I get why she was angry. I don't know how to make my daughter feel better, and my husband denies it, but I'm certain our daughter heard those things from him or one of his friends. What should I do?
Leave it alone.
Either leave it alone, but see, I want, first of all, was an apology even extended? You know what I mean?
But you know what? The mother evidently doesn't want an apology.
No,
now let me tell you something. Now, she better be happy that the little girl's mama was not black.
Woo!
And the daddy was white. Okay, but even as a woman married to a black man, I'm sure she has to have a clear understanding
on what you get yourself into.
What this meant to her.
Yeah.
Now, you went to your daughter went to the extent to not only call her my jigger, she cracked a whip at this child.
Yeah. That's the ultimate.
It's an ultimate. So
that's the ultimate.
That's some, it's one thing that if she had called her a jigger, but this was a learning moment. She did give her a learning moment.
She did.
She got cussed out.
And see, we always talk about in black households how we have to have the talk with our kids, not the sex talk, but the talk on how you need to act when you go outside this house, what kind of experiences you may have that are negative,
and how to respond to them.
There you go.
So you can come home alive.
So I think white parents need to take their children and that are have sanity. Yeah. Okay, I put you that way, to alert, divert from the Trump era and just say, hey, when you go out and mix with people with other backgrounds, be respectful.
Yeah, and these are certain names: monkey, jigger. You don't use those.
We don't use those words. It's just like you said about that movie. What's that? Private Parts.
Yeah. There was a scene in Private Parts where Howard Stern's mom was driving him and two of his friends, and they used the jigger term, and she slammed on them brakes. Yeah, made it very clear we don't use that term. No. And we're half jigger.
See, and you have to, and like I said, I wonder if, did you pull your child to the side and have that conversation with her? Did you say, hey, we don't say stuff like that?
But that's why I say, while you worried about that woman teaching your child, that's your child.
That's your job.
That's your job to teach her, and you need to get your husband correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, I mean, this exists. This is a typical average that I'm sure happens in households every single day. Yeah. Whether they be a mixed couple or a, couple from the same ethnic background. Mm-hmm. You have to have the talk. The racial relations are so bad, we have to have our children have an understanding what this ignorance is. Yeah. It is a mental illness, and there are terms you don't need to use.
No, there's not.
Period.
And the sad thing is, I'm sure this child, they didn't say specifically how old they were, but it's always around for black kids and mixed kids around the age of 5 and 6 when they realize
there's a difference.
And it's because of stuff like this.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's a learning lesson for you and your daughter. And
so get your husband in check and get your child in check.
And check, okay?
She lost a friend and so did you. Adios, amigos. And that's how I feel about it.
No, I understand wholeheartedly because I'm just like, she should have pulled her daughter to the side. Hey, you don't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Period.
She should have been cussing her child out before the mama even had a chance to say anything.
Because me, with my son.
Like, boy, what you say?
What? Oh, boy, come on.
We have a respectful.
No, my child's respectful. So let's get on because we got to wrap the show up. Time went by so quick.
I know. It's because you're hanging out with me. Whenever you have fun, time flies. What does that look for?
Because you are just giving yourself a pound in the back that was not offered.
Turd, okay. Right now. That face, really?
Look, let's wrap the show up. So before we go, we got to talk about something right quick.
Where we going?
Well, you threesomes.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know. Hey, neither one of us.
I don't told y'all before. I'm anointed. We don't do this.
You anointed?
Yes, heifer.
Oh, okay. Look,
you was anointed the same day. I don't know what happened. I don't think the holy water was strong enough for your sins.
I went to Reverend Rice Church. That's what the problem is.
Okay. I went to Bellevue, Memphis. That's what the problem is. Okay.
But there are a lot of people who try to bring spice to their relationship, and they try to add additional party. Mm-hmm. We know these as threesomes. So, what are the rules about threesomes? Now, first of all,
not to have them.
Right? That's rule one.
That's my rule, but
hey, let's just say we're going to bypass rule 1, and we're going to invite this additional person in our bedroom. So, girl, if that was the case, my partner would not be in the room.
I'm like, baby, you are not needed.
This is not for your eyes, okay?
Go watch the game.
All right, first of all, if you're going to have a threesome, always priority protection. Use condoms. My thing is, I'm sure with you being with multiple partners, you're going to have to change that.
You sure going to have to with me. Like you was just with her. I need a fresh rubber. Dog. That's just nasty.
Threesomes can be disorienting. You don't know whose hand is where. Well, it's just a bunch of too much.
Yeah, but as long as them hands is in the right spot, who cares?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes you feel left out. There's moments where it may be so much attention on one particular person. You're like, okay, hey, I'm still over here.
Well, look, long as it's the person you brought in. Because I'm trying to tell you something. You don't want your partner to feel like they left out.
Yeah.
Because, when that extra go home, it's going to be problems.
It's going to be...
You was all up on that bitch. You didn't touch my titty or nothing.
You never licked my nipple before.
Hey, that's right. You didn't toss my salad like that.
Okay, I'm done with you.
You don't want this nasty letter.
Look, it's not a letter. We're just talking about some rules you may want to consider if you're going to do
whatever.
this.
Letter, consider.
Look. Also, there are usually the two people are going to be into it more than that additional person. And usually that additional person can be the person that's attached to the spouse.
Yeah. Boyfriend,
girlfriend. They see you enjoying another person and they're like, okay, I thought this was going to be something else.
Yeah, it's not fun no more, is it? I'm over here cold and shivering. Ain't nobody touched a nipple or a toe. Yeah. This is how problems start. Threesomes never go well.
They never go well. Have you seen Indecent Proposal?
Yes, and they did go well.
That did not go well.
Even on ID, I saw ID, then it's always the woman leave with the other woman.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10 that happens. I don't know what that is, but hey. One person ends up working pretty hard. You know, if it
better be the man.
If it's one
it was
man
your idea.
and 2 women, the man he's gonna have to put in double time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why men want to do that. Because half the time y'all tired and trifling in the first place.
With one.
So with one, now you got 2 to please.
There's a lot of moving around. You may need to switch positions more often than you usually do in 2 sex person situations.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
You know, so I'm like, okay, do we need to do research before we have to have a liability policy on the table here?
I see, you better go get you one of them doggone robot dogs.
Do you know that's the safest bet to go
with?
That's
get
the
your
one
robot
thing
dog.
I'm going to apply. And have you seen these damn dogs? They look like Beyonce and Kim Kardashian.
Only thing I'm upset about is that the men. I saw the men for the
men
women.
dogs are pitiful.
Y'all gonna have to upgrade that.
Go back to the drawing board on that one. So we're talking about a lot of moving around, and sometimes not everybody finishes. Nobody wants to get into that situation. Nobody walks away satisfied.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
That's gonna be a major problem.
Only person, like I said before, need to be leaving unsatisfied is the one you brought in.
You was just a prop heifer.
Yes, exactly. Bitch, you was extra sheets. Go away.
You are so damn stupid.
Hey.
It's very intense. You know, it's a constant precision of body parts flying at you. You know, you don't know what's going on. Right? You don't know.
That just sounds disgusting.
It does sound
disgusting. You got balls, coochie, everything coming towards your face. What's going on? I don't like this. I do not like it. I need a shower after we finish talking about this.
It's best if everyone is into everyone. I would just say if you're going to have an additional person, make sure, I guess, you and your partner are both attracted to them and they would like to explore them sexually. Yeah. You just don't want to bring in no random and then you be like, okay, why'd you bring this home if we're going to do this?
Was you drunk? That is not my type.
Also, realize there are no rules when it comes to this. No rules, I'm telling you, because you've opened there are rules.
Yeah, that Pandora's box has been open,
but the box is open, so you don't know what the hell going on, and then you're gonna have a lot of noises going on. You want to make sure everybody feels included, and it can be exhausting. And
I'm sure.
I'm just like, dude,
you got one person got to please. Now you got another person,
right?
Jigga, just come on, get to the climax. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. You remember that Dave Chappelle? Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah, have a wrap it up sign on the sideboard here, and also that wrap up can be awkward. You know, you about to say goodbye. Everybody done almost everything upon the sun in this bedroom.
Hey, thank you for your services. Goodbye. Like I said, long as the person that you brought in, that's the only one need to feel awkward.
Why did you just do a damn Shawnee O'Neal?
Hey, Shawnee O'Neal 2 times. Thank you for your doggone business. I mean, that's just terrible.
Mm-hmm. So I just hope everybody takes precautions should you go ahead and open that Pandora box. So that's going to do it for us heifers. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you visit our website, gossipandheifers.com, for more information on becoming a show sponsor and subscribing to the hottest podcast on the net.
Subscribe.
And if you are on iTunes and you subscribe to our podcast, make sure you leave us a review, a good review.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, we want 5. How many ever stars they give the highest? Yeah, put 5 on it, okay? So until next time, people, peace.